Good morning! It's bright and early over here in Santa Monica, and I am heading up to the Channel Islands to get out on the water, which is crazy. This is not my normal day. Definitely gonna have an adventure. And that was an understatement. The Adventure Sea Cave kayak tour with Santa Barbara Adventure Company was way more exciting than I had imagined, and the whole day was nothing short of spectacular. And fingers crossed, we see some cool wildlife. And that we did! We were up close with hundreds of dolphins, migrating gray whales, and even the native island fox. And all I had to do was get myself from LA to Ventura Harbor. Once at the harbor, I was greeted by the Santa Barbara Adventure crew, and off we went on the ferry 20 miles away from the mainland. We even had some of the Pacific's most incredible aquatic escorts. We made it! Here we go! We landed at Santa Cruz Island's Scorpion Bay, the launching point for our day of outdoor fun. Santa Cruz is the largest of the Channel Islands, all of which make up Channel Islands National Park. I was glad to be experiencing the islands for the first time with the Santa Barbara Adventure Company. They provide trained, knowledgeable guides as well as all the gear. With a baby at home, time is precious, and we didn't waste a moment before we were gliding over the crystal clear water. We made stops so Pablo could explain more about the island's flora, its fauna, its history, and geology. No wonder this national park is so special. Many of the species here don't live anywhere else in the world. We were almost literally blown away by the natural blowhole on one island. It creates quite a spectacle as the tides rush in. But of course, I was excited to dive into our first cave. This tour is good for all levels. I'm pretty much a beginner, but I felt very comfortable after Pablo had briefed us on how to navigate the sea caves. I followed him into the darkness, and inside, the cave was both peaceful and exciting. The actual paddling in and out was way more manageable than I had anticipated. We checked out another cave, an even bigger one called Elephant's Belly. The sweeping ceiling of this cave made me feel tiny, and Pablo showed us the most exhilarating way to exit it. The adventures on the water were balanced by adventures on land, and the hikes on Santa Cruz Island are worth the visit alone. Carpeted by wildflowers and soaring cliffs, this easily was one of my favorite views in all of California. It also happened to be the perfect place to stop and enjoy a picnic lunch, which was provided by their partner Channel Islands Provisions, and it was locally sourced and damn good. By mid-afternoon, I was back on the ferry heading home, and I could not believe that in just a few hours I had had one of my greatest outdoor adventure days ever. Lo and behold, these adventures weren't even over. A megapod of dolphins and gray whales followed our boat on our way home. We pulled into the harbor, and I was back on the road and home before nightfall to feed my little one. Now that's a day I'll never forget.